Ayaw nilang ipakita muna kasi
muna.
hino-hold back pa nila for the
Oo.
time na sila naman na magpe-present.
Magpe-present, yes.
Oo.
As a matter of fact, ang pini-question nga namin is, because we were asked, ano bang gusto niyo? Defense, prosecution, defense, which is the natural order in courtrooms, di ba?
Yeah. Mm.
Nag-object sila sa all prosecution exhibits and then all defense exhibits and testimony. Ang problema nun, we are thinking that baka part of their strategy is, sana hindi, is pagkatapos ng prosecution defense, sasabihin nila, you didn't prove your case. So we will not show any evidence. We don't have to show any evidence.
Attorney, may mga magwo-work pa po ba ang mga delaying tactics sa panahon ngayon? Nandito na po tayo sa impeachment trial.
In fact, hindi nga pwede yun because my strong belief is even after grave threats, pwede na namin isubmit yan eh. Ngayon, people are saying, uy, lumalabas na ang strength ng evidence sa confidential funds. And the documents speak for themselves. So maybe change tactic doon. Baka lang change tactics sila. No? Like the fact na pinalitan nila si Attorney Poa and put in a younger lawyer. No? I don't know if that is intentional. But putting in a young lawyer who does not really appreciate the times of the essence, no? Lalo na sa impeachment court, will further delay.
Opo.
Kasi ang every step of the way, mag-o-object yan ang tinitignan namin. And then people will stop listening to the impeachment court kasi puro objections. Puro legal gymnastics na naman. We're trying to avoid that. So hopefully, and we're relying naman na napakagaling naman ang presiding officer natin who can see through all of these delaying tactics.
Opo, isa po sa mga naririnig namin kay Attorney Poa na sinasabi ay, at also maski kay Senator Amy Marcos na nakikita ba doon sa mga dokumento na napunta yung pera kay Vice Presidente, ginamit ni Vice Presidente, ibinulsa ng Vice Presidente yan para masabi na may misuse ng pondo na ginamit. Kakailanganin pa po ba natin talagang ipakita ito, Attorney? Or do you think that that's already beyond the reach at nabigyan na ng prosekusyon yung dapat ninyong ipakitang mga ebidensya?
Hindi na kailangan pakita yun because there is a disputable presumption. There is a presumption, prima facie evidence under 8.3 of the circular na pag hindi ka naka-attach ng mga resibo, ng ORs and all that, if a public official cannot liquidate public funds by submitting the correct documents, may presumption of guilt. And then the burden of proving otherwise moves on to the defense, the public official. So, with that presumption, parang yung mga nagiging mutan academic na, yung mga objections ng defense. No? Besides, not a single OR. Pag may purchase ka ng gamot, may purchase ka ng pagkain, dapat may OR ka. So, if you don't have, that means you pocketed the money. Nakalagay sa 8.3 ng circular, that means that you misuse it, or use it for your personal benefit.
Yeah. Attorney, isa pa sa mga bagay na lumitaw yung para bigyan ng judicial notice yung mga lumabas na testimonya, mga dokumento sa pagdinig ng House Justice Committee nung sinusuri pa lang yung impeachment complaints laban sa Vice. Ano ho ba ang mga ngahulugang significance din ito para sa kaso ng prosecution?
Because in the list of witnesses namin, both for confidential funds and unexplained wealth, marami kaming hostile witnesses. Kagaya ni Acosta. Acosta is a hostile witness. Ibig sabihin, ang Acosta for the other side, presumably, kasi siya yung disbursement officer, SDO.
Yeah, SDO.
Acosta for the Vice President and Fajarda for the DepEd. Siya yung disbursement officer, senior disbursement officer. Ngayon, pag ayaw nila mag-testify, because they might say, or they might be advised to say, they refuse to answer in the grounds of self-incrimination. Diyan magiging useful ang transcripts ng Justice Committee sa House because they already testified in the House. Committee on Justice na ang pera pumunta sa Vice President or the SDOs, sila Acosta and Varga acted upon the instructions of the Vice President. Nasabi na nila yun
Yeah.
Sabi na nila sa House hearing now, there are transcripts of that hearing and yun ang advantage ng judicial notice nung transcripts ng hearing na yun. That's number one. If they don't appear, we can use the transcripts.
Aha.
Number two, if they appear and they change their story, perjury na yun. Di ba?
Aha. Ang paggamit ho nito mga documents and the testimonies, hindi ho ito napag-usapan dun sa mga pre-trial conferences?
Hindi po. Ang pinag-usapan ay ang listahan ng mga witnesses. So we listed both of them as among our witnesses. So hindi naman pinag-usap, well, to testify, no? Merong pangalan ng witness and then the purpose of the testimony. So nakalagay yan sa pre-trial brief.
But not the documents that you will stipulate on with the defense. Kasi nabanggit nyo kanina na pinakita na naman yung documents na yun doon sa pre-trial brief, no?
Oh yes, in fact, they marked the copy. Each document has 3 signatures, yung signature ng clerk, yung signature namin, saka yung signature nila. Ang sinasabi naman nila, baka daw yung documents daw, chain of custody, baka yung documents na pinadala sa amin, hindi the same documents na sinabit nila. Very flimsy and very obviously dilatory. Although it's their right, but within what is fair and just, not to delay proceedings.
Yeah. Partner.
I have one question din po, Attorney Kapunan. Nung yesterday, I think kausap po namin si Justice Adolfo Ascuna at natanong ko po sa kanya kung ano ang paningin niya dun sa paggamit ng pondo to purchase medicine as payment dun po kay Mary Grace Piatos. Ang sabi po ni Justice Ascuna, tingin naman po niya wala namang mali kung magbigay ng medicine as form of rumination dahil ang pondo naman ay gagamitin talaga para ipambayad. Kapalit nga po ng impormasyon na kakailanganin. Bakit po tayo nag-dwell din dito? Naging malaking bagay po ba talaga dahil wala kasing maipakitang ebidensya na medicine ang pinurchase, walang mabigay ng mga resibo? Yun po ba the reason why? Or we're also focusing na hindi talaga kasama sa menu of items ang medicine as a form of payment?
On both counts, no? I think with all due respect to the good justice, no, it is very clear. It is very clear in the joint circular of 2015 what are allowed and what are not allowed. And ang interpretation ng circular should be strict. Nakalagay sa joint circular mismo, interpretation is strict because this is public funds. So hindi pwedeng baka, hindi pwedeng baka-baka. It cannot be like, for instance, I don't understand how the kind justice said na baka pwede. Wala pong baka-baka sa circular. It is a strict interpretation. And yung pinaggamitan ng confidential funds to buy medicine, food, etc. is not part of the allowable expense. Ngayon, if totoo man na ginamit doon, then magpakita ka ng resibo, makatanggapin ng COA. Assuming na it was really used as payment in kind. No? But there is no indication, zero receipt na. And there lies, therefore, the prima facie evidence of misuse and use for personal benefit.
Come Monday po, kung kunyari hindi pa po natin masisettle yung mga documents for stipulation, maaari po ba tayong mag-proceed pa sa pagtatanong sa ating the new co-auditor that we put on the witness stand?
Oh yes, we will proceed. We will proceed with the witness. Because sunod-sunod na yan. The court has said already that for Monday, it will be this witness. For Tuesday, Wednesday, it will be other witnesses. No? So nakalinya na yan. And interrelated yan. After this witness, syempre, ang susunod dyan, yung Acosta, Fajarda, etc. No? There is a story. What we want to do is tell the story so that everybody can understand. The first story there, the first chapter of the story is yung land bank. Pinakita and they did not dispute na may pera na winidraw sa land bank. May pera na winidraw sa pangalan ng dalawang officers, Gina and Gina Acosta and si Fajarda. And who are they? They are persons accountable. And the head of their office is the vice president. So napalabas na yan. Ngayon, ang second chapter yan. Ang third chapter is saan ginamit. And that is where we are now. And the fourth chapter is kung hindi mapakita na talagang ginamit for confidential funds, liable ka. And this is not about a criminal offense na hindi ito estafa. This is about public trust, public funds, accountability for public funds. Babalik na naman sila ng element ng wala namang pre-note na estafa at saka hindi pa naman final ang decision. No? Let me just stress that a decision of disallowance. At ibig sabihin, sorry nyo na yung pera, final yun. It is not like, as Senator Amy suggested, it is not like pwede pa silang magpunta ng Supreme Court.
Oo.
You cannot go to the Supreme Court to question findings of fact.
Yun ho ba yung...
Lang.
Oh,
Yes, po.
sorry. Yun ho ba, attorney, yung kinlaro po ni Presiding Officer Chis Escudero kay Attorney Wamil na kung executory at final na nga ba yung notice of disallowance?
Yes, that is true. Si presiding officer is correct in saying it is executory already. Tungkol sa 78 million. Kasi
Oo.
nag-motion, so may, di ba, ang una recommendation. So yung recommendation ng COA, umakyat sa mga commissioners. The commissioners issued, confirmed the notice of disallowance. Tapos nag-motion for reconsideration, sila denied.
Yeah.
Ngayon sinasabi nila meron pa kaming petition for review. No, but nonetheless, no, petition for review will not overthrow the facts of the case, will not overthrow the the findings of forfeiture.
Yeah.
Dapat nga ang gawin nga ng ngayon ng COA is kunin na nila yung 78 million na yan.
Oo. Yung tinatanong din ni Senadora Amy Marcos, parang ang kanya pong idinidiin ay hindi naman lang yung head of agency, in this case the Vice President, ang dapat managot dahil nakalagay naman daw sa Joint Memorandum Circular yung word na or the Special Disbursing Officer. So maaring yun yung SDO lang ang managot for the release of the funds. Parang ganun ho ba yung line of questioning?
Hindi po, because all the documents, kung si Acosta lang at si Fajarda lang ang pumirma, baka pwedeng i-argue yun. But no, all the documents signed by Acosta and Fajarda,
Are also signed.
it had on top of it a certification, certified correct or approved, attested by the Vice President herself as Vice President and as Secretary. So the Vice President's signature as Vice President and as Deputy Secretary appears in every document above the name Acosta or Fajarda.
Oo.
So napaka-stretch naman yung definition ng ano. The documents speak for themselves, no?
Yeah.
And that is why we take pains to flash the documents on the screens. Kasi kung minsan napakaraming documents ang binabasa, so as we present the evidence, we show it on the screen. We even box in red the signature of the Vice President every single time. We show the document on the screen. So hindi pwedeng i-argue ng isang senator judge na limit the liability to these two SDOs. Ano naman yung dalawang SDO na yan? Nalaglag ng defense.
Ma'am, ako po may curious question lang po. Ako at natanong ko na rin po to amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Kung ito po bang pirma ng Vice Presidente and because you have access to see these documents, what signature po ang inilalagay ng Vice Presidente dito? Or e-signature na po ba? Dahil ang iniisip ko po baka mamaya.
E-signature?
Dahil digital signature. Di po ba dahil attorney nung nagsimula tayo ng COVID, nauso yung digital signature natin. So I'm just curious lang po if these are wet signatures na masasabi talaga natin that the Vice President really had knowledge of what is on the paper, what is written
Bakit
there.
pag e-signature, iba ang pwede
Kasi
magpirma
I'm just
para sa
assuming
kanya?
na baka mamaya pag e-signature pwede kong kunin yan, ilagay ko yan dyan
Kung ako yung
without
staff,
the knowledge
kung ako yung
of
staff,
the
ako
person ng
gagamitin ko,
may-ari
ganun
ng
ba?
signature. Yes, yun lang po ay isang curious question ng attorney.
They're all wet signatures.
Oh, yun na nga, wet
all wet
signature siya.
signatures.
Oo.
They are all wet signatures submitted.
Oh, okay.
Because hindi naman the COA will not accept e-signatures.
Hindi ho ba?
Lalo na pag
Acceptable?
malaking pera po ba yan, attorney?
These are big amounts.
Oo.
Pala,
Dapat
okay.
signed ang mga documents.
Signed physically by the person. Oo.
Signed. Wet signatures. Hindi pwedeng e-signature or virtual signature. Hindi pwedeng.